All right, Aaron. I was thinking about something we could... Aaron? Aaron. Huh. Balding internet video game host says what? Huh. That one probably would have bothered him. I don't think he's here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Zach Knows It All. I'm your smooth, sexy, sultry man host, Zach, the guy who has all the answers.
Zach! Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's under control. Situation normal, everything's perfectly all right. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Where are you?
Long story.
I've got plenty of time.
Well, I don't. Listen. I need a couple of favors from you.
Oh, here we go. Favors. I hate doing stuff.
Listen, Zach, I do not have that long, and before I'm gone, I just need you to do a couple of things for me.
Wait. Gone? Oh my God, are you dying?
But no, I'm not dying.
Yeah, I don't think I can handle this. Let me get Ray. He's much better with this
Zach,
kind of stuff.
I'm not dying.
Oh God. Oh, final words. All right, you can do this. I can do this.
Okay, first things first. I need you to intro the show.
How can you worry about the show when you're dying?
I'm not, Yep, you're right, I'm dying.
Yeah, your dying wish is my command.
Great.
Welcome back to RAMtv.
Wait, Zach, one more thing. Before I go, I need you to, when you finish that, take a hyperconductive fiber connected to the back of a computer and then run into a Mr. Fusion home energy reactor.
Yeah, I can't even program a microwave, but whatever you say.
Thanks, buddy. Before I go, I thought you should know this.
What is it?
I always thought you...
What? What? Okay, I got this. Welcome back, everyone. Bioware announces how multiplayer ties in with the story of Mass Effect Andromeda. Net neutrality may be torn down, and Chris Evans is reportedly stepping down as Captain America.
Yo, watching RAMtv.
Where do you get off playing with my fragile emotions like that? I would poop in your shoes if I had an ass.
Dude, you tried to save me.
Of course I did. I'm heroic and noble and... Shut up.
Man, the fact that you didn't even know what a Mr. Home fusion energy reactor is?
I was a little stressed out. I didn't even know what a fusion dance home mako reactor whatever was, but you asked. And I thought you were gone, and I've gotten to know you, and we were supposed to have margarita night, and
Oh, you're so sweet.
I hope you die. Oh, just shut up and die, Mr. Fakes his own death.
All right. BioWare announces that Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer will tie into their solo campaign. Now, I know this can cause some undue stress to our hearts for those of us that remember the Mass Effect 3 and the need to play multiplayer in order to get the best ending for the single-player campaign. But the developers are saying this is going to be something completely different. The lead game designer, Ian Fraser, says that there is an in-between option called strike missions. Here's how it works. Early on in the game, you're told militia are waking up. Oh, isn't that sweet? Their Prince Charming finally came along and gave them a kiss. And what you have the option to do is send them on missions when the Pathfinder is too busy, trying to get laid.
You're special, Liara. I want you to know that.
Then show me.
At which point, you can gear them up and send them on these missions. And the missions are done in real time. So it could take 1 hour, or it could take 5 hours. The difference here is there's certain side missions called Apex missions, and this is where things get interesting. When any of these Apex missions appear, you have the option to do the mission yourself. So grab some friends and head over to the Milky Way, because that's where the Apex missions are. So the idea here is for a seamless transition between multiplayer and the single player campaign. And when you beat those Apex missions, not only do you get the gear for the multiplayer, but you also get the gear for the single player campaign. It doesn't force you to do something you don't want to do, but I don't know. I guess for me it'll be interesting to see how well this actually works and how seamless it can be. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about this new multiplayer Mass Effect. And while you're writing your comments, let's give Ray a call and see what's happening in the tech world.
Hi everyone, my name is Ray Bolanos, and we're talking about Ajit Pai and the FCC and net neutrality. Well, what is net neutrality? Is basically you know that those programs of like music freedom from T-Mobile where Spotify does not count against your data or Netflix does not count against your data? Yeah, that is actually not in correspondence with net neutrality, and it's actually breaking net neutrality rules. You know, they're zero rated, which the FCC has been a little bit light on, but net neutrality basically means all data is treated the same no matter who it is from, and that no carrier can charge a service to get better access to the pipeline. And if carriers do charge for services to get better access to pipeline, it could mean that service having a favoritism toward other services and startups, and it could lead to job losses and the disappearance of competition because they're able to afford to pay these carriers. And of course, it's a cash grab. Companies like eBay, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Twitter have all come in support of net neutrality. They see the problem of these carriers want more money from us, and the way that they can do it is they offer a better stream of our data to our customers. Now, of course, Twitter was once a small company. Facebook was once a small company. If these rules were imposed back in the day, we may not have Facebook or Twitter. We have all these services and sites because net neutrality exists and the internet is democratized. If we start charging these companies for better access, they could come around and tell us, well, if you want fast access to Facebook and Netflix and Twitter, you need to get this tier and add on to your plan. Do you want that kind of like future? I don't want that kind of future. I want the kind of future that we have right now. I pay $50 for really fast internet, and whatever the internet holds everything has the same speed, no matter if I'm streaming from Netflix, if I'm downloading from iTunes, if I am playing music on Spotify, or if I'm watching an anime on Crunchyroll. They all have to use that same pipeline, and it's fair for everybody, and that helps competition. Ajit Pai wants to get rid of it because he thinks that it is hurting businesses, and there are some numbers to say that infrastructure investment and has declined, but has been in decline way before the rules of the neutrality were imposed back in 2015. Ajit Pai has not been a supporter of neutrality for a while, and of course, President Donald Trump does not like a lot of the rules set by the Obama administration. So you see a lot of repealments, and this is one of the repealments that they want to do. If you like those kind of services where you could watch all Netflix as much as you want and it doesn't counter your data, I think you're really uninformed, and you should really consider either you want to watch a Netflix show or you want to be able to not pay for fast access at home for Netflix. I would rather have a democratized and open internet where all of my data is treated the same, so I can't hear Spotify all the time because it'll go toward my data limit, and that will suck. But I know that this is the best way that our future and competition could flourish, especially in the United States. Um, but what do you all think? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me being a tech person, because a lot of tech people are in favor of net neutrality. We see the danger of cutting up the internet. We do see it. But of course, a lot of consumers, they say, oh, it's free. I like that. But they don't see the bigger picture. They only see the short picture, the short goal, and not the long term goal. But yes, I'm Ray Bolanos, and hopefully next week I have two stories and not so politically charged like my last week's video or this week's video. But yes, I will see you all later. Bye.
So forgive me for being a big, stupid, emotional mega nerd. Chris Evans is reportedly stepping down as Captain America. Don't get me wrong, everyone who knows anything about Captain America, or aging in general, knew this would have to happen someday. It still doesn't make it any easier for me. When first contacted about the role, Marvel wanted Evans to sign on to a 9-movie deal. He turned that down and eventually agreed to 6 films, which is fulfilled after Infinity Wars. And he's not showing any signs of staying. A profile piece written by Maximilian Potter for Esquire, in which he talks about an adventurous day spent with Evans, details that he values the smaller, more human projects he gets to partake in, such as the upcoming Gifted. At any rate, Evans apparently never even liked the idea of being anchored to a particular role for so long. I get where he's coming from, but it's still a monumental disappointment. Captain America is by far my favorite superhero of all time. He puts the emphasis on hero, not super. Chris Evans has captured everything that makes Cap a brutal, relentless soldier, what makes him inspiring,
Generation, you guys did some nasty stuff.
Yeah. We compromised, sometimes in ways that made us not sleep so well. But we did it so that people could be free. This isn't freedom. This is fear.
S.H.I.E.L.D. takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be. And it's getting damn near past time for you to get with that program, Cap.
Don't hold your breath.
and even a little corny.
Don't you say it left. Come on!
When I first heard Evans was playing Cap after his role as Johnny Storm, I thought it would be a real pisser. But after the trailer I saw for First Avenger, I knew he was perfect. I don't know Chris Evans in real life, but thanks to his efforts, I feel like I know Steve Rogers. Technically, and spoiler alert, Bucky is supposed to pick up the shield after Rogers ceases to be Captain America, and Sebastian Stan does a great job in his role as Winter Soldier. I'll just have to bite the bullet when that comes, but I won't be happy. Chris Evans, if this truly is news that you're done wearing the red, white, and blue, let me just say thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for all the work that you've done.
Tomorrow you must promise me one thing. It's that you will stay who you are. Not a perfect soldier, but a good.
Despite Marvel's newest Netflix series Iron Fist officially going live this week, the reviews are apparently already in. Official reviews? No, not really. Just a lot of social backlash over the fact that a Caucasian male was cast as Danny Rand, the main character. Now, some of you may be going, but wasn't Danny Rand a white guy in the comic book? No, you don't remember incorrectly. You're absolutely right. Evidently, there's a sizable amount of internet people that are very, very angry that Asians are underrepresented in films and television, and the latest outlet for their frustration is a series that was never supposed to star an Asian man. I get it. Iron Fist is very much inspired by Asian culture. As a matter of fact, creators Roy Thomas and Gil Kane admit that they were inspired from an old martial arts movie that included an Iron Fist ceremony. Finn Jones has responded to the outrage with simply this. What I would say to that is, people should wait and watch the show before they pass judgment. The comic books were written in the 70s. 1970s was a very different world to 2016, and we're going to reflect that. We have an incredibly diverse cast, incredibly talented. What I would say to that is, wait until you've seen the show, and then pass judgment, before you make comment, because people will be very, very, very pleasantly surprised with what we're doing in the show. Do you think a verdict should ever be laid before anyone's even seen the show? Let me know how you...
Thanks, Zach. If you like what you saw, make sure to like, subscribe, and please keep sharing us. We greatly appreciate all the support we have gotten, and we cannot do this, nor would we want to do this without you. Don't forget, we have a GoFundMe page, as well as a Patreon page. These are ways for you guys to be able to donate to us. The truth of the matter is, we want to do this full time, but we can't. Not without your support financially. The other things is it allows us to do other things, like buy a teleprompter, which is something I terribly need. So I'm going to reach out right now and ask you guys to please, please, please go to the GoFundMe or go to the Patreon if you want to do smaller donations that occur every time we do a RAMtv release. Especially that RAMtv. If you really love what you're seeing, you really want to support us, and you can, go to that Patreon page and donate even like $1 that is given to us every time we do a RAMtv episode. I want to stress, when we do our tiny RAMs and when we do our RAM plays, those will not affect your wallet on the Patreon page. It is only the RAMtv episodes. And of course, we have grown ourselves a little bit here. We are now doing those tiny RAMs I just mentioned every day of the week. That is Sunday through Friday. There is a new tiny RAM that comes out with some member of our team sharing some geeky, nerdy video game information with you, because news is always happening. So again, leave those comments below. Let us know what you want to hear about, and join us next week to be brought up to date with your video game tech and nerd culture news. Do you RAM?